Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and this is going to be a video response because I was actually tagged by my good friend Cajun Blaze. He wanted to see what my favorite carry knives are, and this is a good way of showing the different scenarios where you would normally carry a particular knife. Now, if you're part of the the gun and knife community or the tactical community, you know that knives in general, flashlights, things like that, they tend to change depending on your EDC, depending on your mood, depending on what you're doing. And I find myself rotating knives in and out of my EDC all the time. But I do find certain knives that I always kind of keep going back to for a particular reason, whether it's it'll fit that particular day's EDC better, or I haven't carried it in a while, or something that I want to test a little more or something like that. So that's basically what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a couple of knives that are kind of like my go-to knives for sort of different occasions and things like that. To begin with, the two knives that you see here to your right are two knives that I found have made their way into my EDC, and for one reason or another I always carry these pretty much on a daily basis. I might not carry both of them all the time, or I do, but they end up being in my EDC very, very often. And that's going to be the Cold Steel Voyager XL and the Cold Steel Micro Recon 1. Now, the Micro Recon 1, if you guys follow my channel, you know that I picked up a couple weeks ago, and ever since I started carrying it, it's actually been in my pocket every day. I carry this everywhere I go. Whether I'm carrying another knife or two or three, I always carry this one with me. The Voyager XL, I carry quite a bit as well. Maybe not every day, but I end up finding myself carrying it every time that I'm wearing either cargo shorts or cargo pants, because it rides really, really nice in the cargo pocket. It is a fairly large knife, if you guys know, but it's very slim. And the weight is very manageable. It rides really, really nice in a pocket. And obviously the Micro Recon 1 is very small. It fits really nice into any pocket that you drop it. I mean, it's, so you guys can see the size. It's pretty much the size of the blade of the Voyager XL. So that's the reason that I have these two here. Now, these are not the knives that I was going to be talking about today. I just wanted to show you guys an example of what I would rotate in and out of an EDC. Now, the Oakley glasses that you see here, the reason that they're there is because Cajun Blaze actually mentioned in his video of his favorite carry knives that, when he was tagging me, I have a lot of Oakley videos and stuff like that, and he actually has some Oakleys himself, along with his family, his children, his wife, so they really like Oakley. And I was really happy to hear that, because they are a great brand. Now, the reason that I have this particular model here is actually I was wearing these today, pretty much in honor of him. If you guys know Cajun Blaze and follow his channel, he's from Louisiana. And I actually picked this pair up at the Mall of Louisiana when I was visiting there about a year ago. So I figured, he'd get a kick out of that. So there you go, Cajun Blaze. I actually picked this up in your neck of the woods. So that's there for you. And on to the knives. The first knife is going to be this one right here. This is the Benchmade Mini Griptilian. Now, this was the sheepfoot model with the partial serrated blade. Now, I really, really enjoy this knife. I like the weight. I like the locking mechanism, the way it deploys. It does have the thumb hole as opposed to the thumb stud, so it makes it easy to flick out with your thumb or your index finger or whatever it is that you want to use. But it's very, very light. So this is definitely a knife that if I'm trying to find something to carry for that day and I just can't make up my mind on what I want to carry, I end up picking this one, drop it into the pocket, because I know I'm going to have a really good knife by my side. I'm not going to have to worry about it, and it's going to perform very well. Now, the funny thing about it is that I'm not very partial to the serrations, especially not partial serrations. But on this particular knife, I find that I don't have too much of an issue with them. So that's the reason that I always kind of keep coming back to that particular one, the Benchmade Mini Griptilian. Next one is going to be the Kershaw Breakout. And this is an auto knife, so basically you just push the button and it automatically comes out. And this particular knife I find myself gravitating towards when I try to find something to wear when I'm, maybe, kind of dressing up a little bit, wearing slacks or something like that, because it has a very thin form factor. It rides really, really nice in the pants. It's real easy to pull out and deploy, so it's ready to go. So it could double as an EDC knife or as a, personal defense blade. So that's why I like this one, in case I might only be carrying, this one and maybe the Micro Recon 1. The aluminum handles make it very, very lightweight. And, like I said, it's definitely fun to play with. Hitting that button, the blade pops out with authority on there. So I end up gravitating towards that when I, my EDC calls for something like that. Especially, like I said, when I'm wearing slacks or whatnot. Yep. Next one is going to be a fairly new knife to my EDC, and this is the Kershaw Cryo. If you guys are following my channel, you know that I give a little bit of an overview not too long ago on this one. It seems like a lot of the my fellow YouTubers here that are into knives are picking this knife up, and for the most part, a lot of people are liking it. I knew that when I held it in my hand and I started playing around with it, that it was going to be part of my EDC rotation. And for the most part, I try to rotate this in and out as much as I can into my weekly EDC. I just love the feel of it. I did throw a little lanyard in here with a bead, just to kind of give me a little bit more of an extended grip on it. I did find that it helped out a little bit, depending obviously on the size of your hands. But this is a great knife. I just love everything about it. The color, again, it's a Rick Hinder design knife, so the design is really nice. The assisted opening with the flipper is really nice, and you get to you get a really nice knife, good working knife for the price. Now, so much so, I fell in love with this knife that I was actually at Bass Pro Shop a couple days ago, and I saw that they were carrying it, and I almost picked up another one just to kind of put it away. I mean, for $39, you really can't beat it. You put it away in case something were to happen to the one you have, or if they discontinue it, which is the case of the Kershaw Breakout. I wish I would have picked up another one because now it's discontinued, and to try and find it, you're going to have to pay a little bit more premium price for it. But again, $39, pick it up, put it away. In case something were to happen to this one or whatnot, then I have another brand new one to go. So there you go. That's the Kershaw Cryo. And then last but not least, it's going to be a new knife that I actually just received as a gift from my wife. It was our anniversary about a week ago, and she ended up getting me this knife. I actually haven't even shown it yet, but I figured this would be a perfect example and a perfect opportunity to do so, and that is this one right here. This is the CRKT Nurktai 2. This is the smaller version. And again, this isn't going to be a review on the knife itself. I just wanted to show it off. Basically, as you guys can tell, it's a very elegant looking knife. Just the contrast from that blue and the silver looks really, really nice. It's got the flipper. You open it up. That blade is really nice with the big recurve belly, and it's very, very lightweight. That's one thing that I really like about it. I didn't know, I was trying to decide between the Nurktai 1 or the Nurktai 2, but as you guys can see, I'm kind of favoring the smaller EDC blades, so I figured the 2 would probably fit the bill a little better. And when I received it, I kind of started playing around with it. It felt a little kind of inexpensive. I don't want to say cheap, but just construction wise. But once I started playing around with it and using the flipper and getting a hang of it with the lock back, I really pretty much fell in love with it. And again, I love the color combination. This is a particular knife that I would say you can dress up or dress down. It would probably fall anywhere in between these, any of these three, as far as if you're dressing up with slacks and whatnot. It looks really elegant, but you can put it through the paces and not have to worry about it not performing in a more rugged environment. So that's why I've pretty much been carrying this one ever since I received it also, and it's pretty much going to be part of my rotation there. So those are 4 of the examples of the knives that I have that I've kind of been gravitating towards, or in the case of these 2, I always go back to them for particular reasons. So those are my kind of like my favorite carry knives as is. But again, as new models start coming out, and you start kind of going back to some of the older models and things like that, this quickly changes pretty much on a week-to-week basis, as a lot of you guys might know. So thanks again, Cajun Blaze. If you guys haven't checked him out, definitely check him out. He's got a lot of really cool videos. I'm gonna take the lead on that and tag 2 more people, and these 2 people, I want to see what what knives at this point have become their more favorites to carry, and that's going to be Edge Weapon 88. My buddy Keelan, he has a lot of really good knives, really good videos. Video quality is really nice. So Keelan, let me see what what your favorite knives are. Edge Weapon 88, And last but not least, obviously, Mrjimbofox. Jimbo has some really cool collections, especially in the Kershaw area. His reviews are really good. I think they're very informative, and he has a lot to say in specific and particulars about each and every knife that he has. So I want to see what you've been carrying around lately, Jimbo. So again, Edge Weapon 88, Mrjimbofox, you've been tagged to show us what your favorite carry knives are. And one last time, if you haven't checked out Cajun Blaze, go ahead and check them out. Thanks for tagging me. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.